So back in 2007 we saw the first of the Transformers movies from Michael Bay, and it was a tremendous success. The special effects in that first film really did set the bar high, and following on that success they had 4 more films. In 2009 they had Revenge of the Fallen, and then in 2011, which is what this version is based on, we had Dark of the Moon. And I mean, in those first 3 movies, Optimus Prime pretty much looked the same. The only difference being is the armoury, the weaponry he came with. This particular piece was produced by Prime 1 in 2000. I think it was about 2015 that they released this, and it's been a very successful line for Prime 1, that they've produced multiple characters from that movie. This particular one stands about 70 centimeters tall, and the base is about 60 centimeters wide, so it's difficult if you want to put him inside a cabinet. As you can see, I've got him on top, and even though these cabinets are 50 centimeters wide, and as you can see, he's overhanging, so he is a very substantial piece indeed. So I'm going to take you through this. I'm going to go in detail, show you some close-ups, and then I'll give you my conclusion at the end. So as with all of the Prime 1 bases, it's a big base. I don't know if, well, I'm assuming that they do this purposely to make the statue itself look a lot more bigger than what it really is. And I'm not saying that Optimus Prime is small, because far from it, he is a substantial piece. It's predominantly kind of grey, silver, kind of a titanium kind of finish. Moving around to the very front, you've got the logo, which is actually magnetic, so you can remove this. It's a nice enough base. I think in places the detail is a little bit soft, paintwork's a little bit okay-ish, but on the whole it serves the purpose. So starting from the bottom, and as you can see all the amount of detail in there, you can see all the brake calipers, brake discs, various cogs and struts. The other thing I quite like as well is that if you look at this purpley blue paintwork, I'm not sure it's going to pick it up, but it's actually got metallic flakes of red in there. So although it looks blue, when you move it under the light, it sparkles red. It's quite an achievement, the paintwork on this piece. And this is why I've actually got a turntable, because there's pretty much just as much detail on the back of Optimus Prime as what there is on the front. So Optimus from the front, and there you've got, and you can see all the loads of hydraulic struts, engine components. You've got the hood, bonnet as we call it in the UK, the doors, and all of these have got the flame pattern, like what you can see on the shoulder sections as well. It's even got the wiper blades. So what I'm going to do now is just show you some of the accessories it comes with. So at the moment you've got the sword and the gun. I'm going to remove the sword, and the other option that you've got is this massive axe. So that's with the axe. I have to say on this piece, Prime 1 were very generous, because you get loads of swap outs. And the gun, he's got it at the moment, and you can see next to my hand. It's quite a substantial accessory that you've got there. We can take this out. And there you can swap that out with another sword. So that's the axe and the sword. And the other accessory is one I don't display it with, and it's not because I don't like the accessory, it's just because I'm concerned about the weight. That shield is very, very heavy, and if that drops, it would just cause a massive amount of damage, not just for the shield itself, but also on the base and whatever else it hits on the way down. So it's not something I display it with, even though I do really like the shield. In fact, if I had my option, I'd probably have the shield. If you want it to look at its most largest, then what you would probably do is add the gun in. Find the slot for it. There you go. So if you wanted to make Optimus look at his absolute massive size, then you would have the shield and the gun. And it does look flipping amazing with those in, but it's just so heavy that it just concerns the hell out of me. I think you'll agree it does look good. So one of the things that you get with this piece is a swap out head, which comes with this rather nice stand, so you can sit that on the middle of the bottom of the base. And all you do, the heads are magnetic, take that one off and just pop that one on. And this also has illuminated eyes as well. But like I say, I don't keep the batteries inside. And there you have the battle portrait. So is it worth the money? Well, back in 2015 these were £2,000. £2,000. And we're partly to blame for this, us collectors, because we've been asking for years now that our collectibles be bigger, have more detail, have better paint finishes, and all of this is just pushing up the prices. So I can't really blame the suppliers, and of course they have to pay all the licensing as well. I imagine a big portion of this is going towards the licensing. So all of that compounded is making for a very expensive collectible. So I'd say yes, it is worth it. If you want the ultimate, if you want a big piece with this amount of complexity, then £2,000 is what you're going to have to pay. That's just it. If you want something smaller, if you want quarter scale or 6 scale, then you'll pay a lot less. But if it's something like this that you're looking for, then you've got to get your wallet out, I'm afraid, and that's what that cost. And it's part of the reason as to why I don't collect a huge amount these days, simply because it's kind of priced me out of the market. But I feel honoured to own this piece, and you could say it's a bit of a grail piece for me. Hope you enjoyed the review, and that's it.